Hey family, welcome back to the channel, Celebrity Scandalous. Thank you for joining me today. So we're just going to get into some Diddy news. Now, there hasn't been any breaking news, nothing shocking, no new allegations or anything like that. But what we're hearing is sources close to the Diddy camp said that he's beginning to break as the reality of what he's facing is starting to close in on him. The one-time party mogul is seeing close friends turn their backs on him, people cutting ties with him, and none of his really big friends are coming to his support, like Jay-Z. Like, where's Jay-Z? Where's Clive Davis? You know, these people are having galas and parties, and he's not invited. I mean, hell, Jay-Z doesn't even swoop Beyonce up, and it's over in Japan. People are just going on mute when it comes to Diddy. Well, today he posted on IG further proving, what his closest source to his camp are saying, that he's starting to be concerned. Just a couple of weeks ago, he was posting, his old Bad Boy songs, Bad Boy for Life. But he's not feeling that way today. So he's posting some religious stuff from TD Jakes. So, TD Jakes, they're kind of funny with the stuff that you can play. So we're just going to listen to a very short clip. But what he's showing is that, he is very contemplative. It looks like he may be a little scared. And after we listen to this clip, we're going to talk about one of the reasons why he might be having a change of heart, realizing that something is coming down the pike real soon.
Not hysterical, not frantic, not anxious, not fretful, but steady in the storm. Looks bad, looks tough, but remain steady in the storm.
So as you can see, by him posting that, it is letting us know that he realizes that he is in a storm right now. Not only is it a storm, it is really a fight for his life. The stuff that they are getting ready to lay on Diddy, and I don't mean what they're getting ready to, but the case that they're building, it's going to be an uphill battle. I don't care what people say. The feds don't have anything on him or they would have arrested him by now. I don't believe that to be true. They are combing through that evidence and they want an airtight case. And so I believe a lot of sources are saying that there's going to be an indictment soon, and that they're having private hearings now. So we'll just have to wait and see. But I guarantee, I believe this to be a fact. Before the end of the summer, we will be hearing that Diddy has been indicted. I just believe that to be, but we'll see. So some are saying the reason that Diddy is starting to really shake in his boots is because now we know that Cassie filed the lawsuit. Then there's the Little Rod lawsuit that is seemingly falling apart to some degree. However, that still has not stopped the federal investigation, right? The Rays are still going forward. They're still gathering evidence. So the fact that the Little Rod lawsuit may be tossed out, I don't know. But, there was enough information that he gave that can still aid the federal prosecution, right? With the Homeland Security investigation. But the thing is, remember Cassie named Roger Bond Diddy's head of security in being a witness in one of the times that he allegedly, roughed her up, right? Well, now he came out and he spoke maybe a month or two after she filed the lawsuit, and he made small appearances, and then it looked like he was retracting. He was saying, Diddy never helped him for some situation that his son was involved in. So he was kind of like all over the place, right, with what he was saying about Diddy. So we just didn't really know where he landed or where he really stood on it. However, he just recently came out, I believe like yesterday, and he was on the Cuomo show, and he was talking about and affirming some of Cassie's allegations. And this man is singing like a canary, okay? And the problem with that is he was Diddy's head of security. What more do you want? Who could better corroborate? This is not just like, talking about his housekeeper. This is a person he entrusted to be head of his security, and a person who is deemed to be security or kind of quasi law enforcement, I would say. I don't know what his credentials are. They're gonna bear weight on what he says. And he was with him for over, I believe, like a decade. So him coming forward, confirming what Cassie has said, and speaking out more and more, that he's spoken to the feds. We can just almost be sure he's probably one of the first people that they talk to, if not in recent days or months, Now he's going around giving even more details, and he is confirming what Cassie has said. So this is an article on News Nation, and it says, Diddy invited men security had never seen before to the hotel. So, when you have security with, these celebrities, they have a list of people. There's a roster of who they will allow in and out, just for the protection of the guest and the celebrity. And so his security is saying Diddy invited men that they had never seen before to the hotel room, which is kind of dangerous. And it lets you know where his mind space is. It's like you're inviting random men to the hotel, dude. What's up with that? Now, we do know that, sometimes men will invite women, but just the fact that he said men, that's kind of letting us know kind of what Diddy was into. Diddy flew women across state lines for parties, ex-security head said. Roger Bonds ran security for Diddy from 2003 to 2012. So like I said, at least, almost 10 years. Sean Diddy Combs' former head of security, Roger Bonds, says his ex-boss flew women across state lines for parties and invited men he had never seen before into hotel rooms. So this right here, just saying that he flew women across state lines, just like in the R. Kelly case, that's where we see where they bring in Homeland Security and they start bringing in the ex-trafficking and the RICO status and the RICO charges. Bonds worked for Diddy as his head of security for more than a decade and was with him almost 24/7 during that time. He's named in Diddy's ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura's lawsuit as the man who saved her life, and he confirms that. So now, Diddy settles the case. All of these things are affirming what Cassie has claimed, which gives further credence to some of these charges that are going to be brought up against him and some of the things that he's going to be facing in this Homeland Security investigation, the federal investigation, I should say. There's definitely times that he was abusive, Bond said during an appearance on New Nation's Cuomo. Diddy and Ventura were at a dinner and she was talking to a manager. He got very upset about that and got very abusive that day. I grabbed him and said, "What are you doing?" Some of the damage had already been done. And then they're just, going back over detailing what her lawsuit alleged, that Diddy supplied her with drugs, that he beat her up, forced her to sleep with, other men, while filming her, and forced his way into her home and raped her at one point. Bond said he doesn't know exactly what Diddy was doing in the hotel rooms, but he says, "I have seen people that I've never seen in my life, guys that I've never seen before, go into a hotel room with them," Diddy and Ventura, "and I know that only they were in the room. What actually went on, if they were forced to do it, or how much they got paid, I don't know about that." So, he's saying without saying, unless he actually witnessed what they were doing in the room, he's just pretty much confirming what she said, that Diddy would have her and some male go into a room and then they would start those F-offs, right? That's what he's saying. And he said he doesn't know if it was forced or, voluntary, if there was payment, but he's saying that he did see some stuff go on. And I mean, it's sort of like circumstantial, because that doesn't mean anything. Well, they could have went into the room and played bingo. Who knows? But trust me, by the time the feds get done, yeah, he's going to be in some hot water. I think a lot of things that he's being accused with is the norm. I think that's part of Hollywood. I think that's the rich culture. And I think a lot of them is scared to come forward, Bonds added. So basically, he's just affirming that this is routine in Hollywood. I mean, there's been such a shakeup with the Me Too movement. A lot of the things that we only heard about previously, it's just now being aired out. This is the year of exposure. That's what everybody's been saying, and it looks like it is. It's been a month. It's been more than a month since two homes belonging to Diddy were raided by federal investigators, and law enforcement has released new details as to potential charges the music producer could be facing. Department of Homeland Security agents conducted the raids March 25th at Combs' multi-million-dollar mansion in Los Angeles and his Miami waterfront home. The raids came as the producer faces a mounting list of civil lawsuits that allege abuse and assault by multiple victims spanning over 30 years. Combs has denied all allegations, as would anybody. Okay, so let's just listen to a little bit of what Roger Bonds is stating. And again, him coming forward, doing these interviews, I'm sure he's already talked to the federal agents. It's just making it worse for Diddy. You know, I mean, this is another nail in the coffin. It is.
Those allegations from Cassie were true about being abused. Bonds was named in that lawsuit. Cassie says he helped save her life. Combs denies the allegations. No charges. Roger Bonds joins us now. Thank you very much, sir.
How you doing, Mary? How's everything doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you for taking this opportunity. Roger, do you believe that there is substance to what we're hearing about Combs being involved in these heavy criminal activities?
I believe some of the things. I think some of it is a little far-fetched, but I think some of it is definitely true.
Now, when we get into what the sum is, you are in the lawsuit as saying, in the car leaving the club, you know that Mr. Combs physically abused his girlfriend, putting the hands on her way over the line, that you tried to stop it, but you couldn't. Is that all accurate?
Yes, that's accurate.
And help the audience understand what you know was going on there.
Well, there's definitely times that he was very abusive argumentatively. He was very abusive physically. You know, that particular time that Cassie is talking about, they were at a dinner or a gathering on Sunset Boulevard. And Cassie was talking to a manager, and he got very upset about that. Well, I don't think when they say running for others, I don't particularly believe that. You know, at the end of the day, he's Sean Combs, he's Diddy. You know, a lot of the things that they accuse him with, I feel falls under different kind of jurisdictions. You know, it's been plenty of times we've been out the country. We've been in other cities, other states where you meet people at parties, you dance, you party, they go back to the hotel, and he has a private jet. So he says, hey, you want to come to New York? You want to come to LA for a week or two? And they get on the jet, and for a week or two, they might be there, and then he'll tell the assistant, okay, fly him back. If that falls under trafficking, then yes. But as far as like physically trafficking and making someone go somewhere, I don't believe that to be true.
Okay, so he said enough, you know, like he's saying he doesn't believe that it's X trafficking. But again, he's not the one who will be determining whether or not it is actually X trafficking. It will be the people that were involved. They will be looking at evidence. And I feel like he has said enough. And again, he's given an interview here. I'm sure he has an attorney. Without a doubt, he has some kind of legal counsel, because by proximity, the fact that he was so close to Diddy, I mean, people could be pointing fingers at him as well. You allowed this to happen. I mean, people can file lawsuits so easily. So I'm sure he has some kind of legal counsel and has been told what he can or cannot say. And I do believe that he's probably provided enough information to try to absolve himself, you know, but he's also given enough information so that we know that they're going to have a slam dunk case against Diddy. But putting all these pieces together, jump in the comments and let me know your thoughts. Do you believe Diddy's going to be arrested? Do you believe the charges are going to stick, whatever they're going to be alleging, that he was X trafficking and all that stuff? Or do you believe he's just going to get off? Because Stevie J is saying he's seen Diddy get out of some tight corners before. And like Diddy said, if you drop him in the jungle with nothing, he going to come out with a chinchilla coat. So I don't know, but I do believe Diddy going down. But jump in the comments and let me know your thoughts, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.